guys, we are 1 week in. Welcome to day 7. If you had fun yesterday, you're gonna have extra fun today because yesterday we went through like a full quiz type of situation and probably unlocked a lot for you, but chances are you might have done the quiz already and done it before. This is something totally new. And continuing on with the glow up concept and getting unstuck, today my goal is to get you unstuck. If you are feeling stuck in life, let's figure that out. So I have all my notes in front of me. We're going to go through kind of a quiz, kind of not, kind of an easier one to go through than yesterday because there isn't 12 personalities. This one, there's 5 different answers. So my goal is to help you figure out what emotions you are currently feeling the most. That's step 1. Carl says hi. If you're on the podcast, this might be super confusing to you, but my dog is a menace and he really likes to be on camera and he's showing everybody how much he wants to be on camera. Can you? Hi. All right, let's keep going. Let's try and do this without Sir Carl running amok. So step 1 in this, like every single day, there's 3 steps to this entire journey. So what emotion right now, if you're being super honest with yourself, in this feeling of feeling stuck and not knowing how to move forward, which one of these are you feeling the most? Stressed, tired, distracted, scattered, which probably means that you're overwhelmed. So that would be category number 1. So any of those, if those hit home and you're feeling overwhelmed and that's why you're feeling stuck, that would be number 1. Okay, so don't forget that. Are you maybe discouraged or annoyed or frustrated or angry? You're probably defeated. So that would be category number 2. So if you're any of those, that's category number 2, you're probably defeated. Are you feeling restless, uneasy, some tension, or just completely unfocused? If that, then you're probably anxious. So if you're feeling any sort of anxiousness and that's why you're feeling stuck and not moving forward, that checks out. Number 4, are you feeling meaningless, uninterested, lethargic, disengaged? Then you're probably unmotivated, which can happen. That would be category 4. Number 5, and the last one. If you're lacking confidence, so you're unconfident in your decisions, feeling judged, feeling unstable, feeling rejected, then you're probably fearful. And that's what's holding you back. So which of these, if you had to pick one, either overwhelmed, defeated, anxious, unmotivated, or fearful, are you feeling the most? This is all going to make sense in like 2 seconds, but it's going to help a ton. So this can be ever changing. It can be something specific, like you are trying to launch a blog and it's just not happening for you. Which of these is stopping you? If you're feeling stuck in leaving your dead-end job that you hate, or if you're feeling stuck in just your life in general and you don't know how to make a shift, which of these would be the one that hits home the most? So overwhelmed, defeated, anxious, unmotivated, or fearful. So here is the answer for each that I'm going to go through with you. So based off of each of the feelings, you're probably stuck because, so if you're overwhelmed, you're probably stuck because the goal is probably huge or just very, very difficult. If you're feeling defeated, you're probably stuck because the goal is incredibly frustrating or constantly changing. If you're trying to chase a moving target, that can be why you feel defeated. And don't worry, I'm going to help you with each of these. I'm not just giving you these answers and leaving you high and dry. I'm going to help you. If you're feeling anxious, the 3rd category, it's probably because your goal or what you're trying to accomplish is super unclear or unwanted. You could be unmotivated because the goal, category 4, is boring or too familiar. And it's the same thing over and over again. The last one, you're feeling fearful and you're stuck because of that, because the goal is probably scary or new, which could be a good thing. In that 1st category, if you're overwhelmed, the goal is probably gigantic, immense, or difficult. Chances are, if that's true, the tasks are feeling large, time-consuming, super complex, never-ending, and hard to do. If that's the case, you need to simplify your stuff. So above all, in my solutions, this goes without saying, but eliminate technology, phone time, distractions, TV. If you're watching Real Housewives all the time, that needs to stop. Your diet could probably change. So above all, that applies for every single one of these 5 that I'm going to share with you. But something that you can do if you are feeling like the goal is super, super big, I'm going to give you one example for each. Break it down into mini bite-sized goals that you can put with a little mini deadline. So if you feel like this goal and you're super overwhelmed by it and that's what's stopping you, how can you break down the goal into little bite-sized chunks? Cool? Hopefully you feel better. One thing that can help with this also, just like a little bonus if you're still feeling overwhelmed, is journal your ideas and your thoughts and your goals every single day and just your progress that you're seeing. And that should help you make it less overwhelming, think it through, visualize it, and figure it out. The second category, if you were feeling defeated, so the goal is probably frustrating or ever changing. If that's the case, the tasks are probably constantly interrupted, miscommunicated, inaccurate towards you. And so you're like trying to figure it out. Maybe malfunctioning if you're working in, like, let's say technology and the app is malfunctioning, or just off target. So if you have that feeling, you probably need to get focused. So if you're constantly getting interrupted, if things are ever changing, if things are just chaotic, you need to be able to get focused. So to get focused, obviously the technology and the TV time needs to be eliminated, but eliminate all distractions during work time. Airplane mode would be key, and know your peak focus hours, which I'm going to help you with probably as soon as tomorrow. So if you're still feeling defeated, pause and go do a 20-minute workout and come back to it. That would be my biggest tip. Am I helping you right now? I really hope I am. If you're in category 3 and the goal is making you feel anxious, which the goal is probably unclear or unwanted, which I think is a big one, and I have been there, when you don't want to have 2.5 kids and work for the government, and that's just not the life that you want, and you just feel anxious because you feel like you're being like pushed into a different category of life. Maybe that's you, and it's just unclear. If the tasks are feeling vague or undefined or ambiguous or uncertain or just freaking disorganized, what you need to do is make the goals very, very clear. And that will probably help you eliminate the anxiety. To do this, obviously, make sure your diet is in check, make sure your health is in check, make sure your phone time is limited, because that's not going to help with the anxiousness. But something that you can do to eliminate the anxiousness, to get super clear, and to figure out if it's something that you actually want, is gather all visual information. Chances are you are a very visual person. You get anxious somewhat easily when things are all over the place, which I get that way. Get very specific about what you need to do. Put a storyboard together. One of my favorite quotes is in Elf, whenever he's like, you can't sit down and get a storyboard ready. Go get a storyboard ready. Get a storyboard ready for your freaking life and for your goals. Visualize it. If you're still anxious after that, meditate for 5 to 10 minutes. It'll help. Now, if you are in that fourth category of feeling unmotivated, and it could be because the goal is just too boring or too familiar, your tasks are probably feeling mundane, not challenging enough for you, way too easy, pointless, or mind-numbing. I have been there. So what you need to do is add meaning to the goal. So things that you can do over and above, obviously, eliminating any distractions, social media, and that type of thing, but create a fresh start for the tasks. Make it challenging for yourself. Create a challenge, kind of like we are with this, 31 days to completely overhaul your life. Get excited about the outcome and set up maybe like an incentive or a reward for yourself at the end. If it's really feeling mundane and you're not loving it, what can you do at the end to celebrate? So if you have done all of this and it's still not working, stack some of these into your routine and maybe pause, read a good book for a bit, try and get creative on how you can make this a little bit more invigorating for yourself, or if the goal is even worth it to you. If it's too mundane and you don't have to do it and it's not challenging you, maybe step up the goal and get next level with it. So spending time on creative time and just stepping back from the situation, maybe getting that creative juice flowing, might help you be creative in your goals also. The last one. If you're feeling fearful, this one's really common. So if your goal is scary or new and the tasks feel criticized, if they feel very difficult, if you feel liable, like if you mess up, if they feel unfamiliar or just very confusing, I've been there also, you probably need to build some confidence, which is what we're doing, but things that you can do. Conquer doubt with some positive affirmations every single day before you get started. That might sound woo-woo, but it helps. Understand that grit in this situation will be critical. So going forward with this, no matter what, learning from the mistakes. And then if you still feel fearful, one thing that really helps me is speaking to yourself how a friend would speak to you, because we're always the most critical towards ourselves. So one thing that you can do is actually talk to a good friend about this, and they will usually provide some guidance, be a third-party perspective, and help you believe in yourself that much more. The other thing, and obviously with this will build so much more confidence, is going through what we're going through now and reviewing all of your vision and all of your goals. And chances are that the vision and the goals for your life are way more important than any scare factor of a goal. So you've got this. I hope that this helped you get a little bit unstuck. So in the comments down below or on live, which one hit home the most for you? Were you mostly overwhelmed? Were you mostly defeated? Were you mostly anxious, unmotivated, or fearful? And which of these helped the most with unlocking that, hopefully, and helping you move forward? I've got you. And then we're going to go into a productivity builder tomorrow. And I will see you then. Bye, dudes.